Alright guys, so this video we're going to be talking here about a check engine light. Now I have a check engine light and my RPMs are going kind of nuts. They're just moving on their own. I think I have a belt slippage problem. I've done a little bit of research on it and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm not 100%, but we'll figure it out. Now I have some check engine lights. As you can see, the check engine light is on and the codes point to the number 1 cylinder being a misfire. And that's causing a couple other problems. My air conditioner over here isn't really working. I just turned it on and it just shut off the vehicle. You saw that? Like, that just happened. So there's definitely a problem here. Let's turn it back on. It'll run. It's basically in limp mode, but it's definitely, there's a problem here. Hopefully that's the case. It's just a belt, but we'll see. We're gonna change that belt today no matter what. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to check that check engine light while we're here though. It's pretty easy. Turn your vehicle off. Turn it back on. This is a Ranger XP 1000, but these work on Rangers and Generals as well. So just hold down the mode button here on your right, and then hit up, and it says diagnose code, and then click on the mode again, and then there's your code. Now for me I got 2 codes, and they both point to engine misfire on cylinder 1. So that being said, if you leave this alone, it'll go away. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Some things point to belts. There's a lot of erroneous codes with this specific error, and you can do that by you can clear that out just by disconnecting the battery, and the battery's under the seat here. Just lift this up, open the door, lift this up. Down there's a tray, pull it out, pull the negative terminal off. Okay, so we're gonna get out. I'm gonna show you guys where this belt is at and what it looks like. So I got a new belt. There it is. These are 200 bucks, so I better fix the problem. The belts are going to be over here underneath the driver's side rear wheel well, and it's going to be this cover right here. So I don't want to do too much work, so I've never done this before and I didn't watch any videos. I probably should. I'm just going to take this cover off and look. If I have to take the tire off, I will. I don't want to. I have a jack. I can do all this stuff. I just don't want to. I want this to go easy. So I'm going to get in here. I'll probably take off this this tube and then get in there and take this off and see if I can slide it out. If not, put the jack on there, take the tire off, do it that way. Let's get started. This is just an 8mm socket on a ratchet. I'll count up the bolts to see how many there are. Hopefully I can get them all without taking anything else off, you know what I mean, without moving things around too much. So I tilted the dump bed back so I can get some more light in here and some more room. So the reason I suspect it was a belt for me is I had this underground 200 amp service wire that was just buried for years and years and years, and it was at my barn, and I couldn't use it for electrical service when I got service at my barn. It was too old and they didn't want to mess with it. So it was in the way of the trencher, and I didn't want it to mess the trencher up. So I grabbed, tied it to the back of my ball back there and pulled on it, and I got a good 10-15 feet out of the ground, and then it just kind of stuck. And instead of me just going and getting my truck like I should have, I tried to push it, and let's just say I smelt some burning, which never a good sign, right? But that was months and months and months ago. So for me, when this engine popped up, this engine code popped up, it didn't correlate right away. It took me a little bit. I've had this code for about 2 weeks now, and I've just been riding on it, and it's been fine. But the air conditioner, like I said, has been intermittent, in and out. And we're going through a heat wave right now in Tennessee. It's like 100 degrees out right now. Today's not so bad because there's cloud cover, but it's not very, you know, comfortable. And of course, I don't have air conditioning in my shop like most people. So I suspect that it is a belt, and I'm hoping that's the case. And I'm also checking these screws to make sure none of them are different sizes, because sometimes they do that where they'll put a screw that's a completely different size onto one of them. All right, there we go. This is going to drop. All right. 8 screws, guys. Let's do this. Alright, it's coming out. Might have to finagle it out of there, but it's definitely coming. Oh man, I don't know. So this box is in the way. I see 1 screw on it, probably more. 2. I don't want to change it if I don't have to. I can look in here and see, but I'm not going to have access to do anything. So this cover's off. There's all kinds of shit in the way. Alright, I'm going to take this off. This looks like the easiest thing to take off, just to not take it off, but just to move it out of the way. See what size this is. Alright, there's one. Other one's up top here. Two. There's a thing here, like these things, these interior things that they use for paneling. Alright, hopefully that gives enough play to get this down. It's just an air box. I'm probably going to take the whole thing out. Get that tube out of the way too. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's attached to the other side. I see now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take this off. There's a couple of clamps. Pop off real quick, and then a couple of screwdriver clamps, flatheads. All right, there we go. Ah, got it. Nailed it. Alright, so they say to also to look in here and see if there's any kind of shavings. I don't see anything, so hopefully. Anyways, there's our belt. So let's look it over and see if anything looks bad on it. I mean, it looks fine to me. I'm not a belt expert, but I'm not seeing anything here. Anything that would... I was hoping to see some kind of ripped away teeth or something like that, but I haven't seen anything. Any burn marks or anything like that. Well, now, what I'm looking here is, I'm just looking down here to see if I can see anything, and I'm not seeing a single thing. I'm not going to change this belt out if it doesn't absolutely need to be changed. It looks fine to me. I looked up some pictures of some bad belts, and you know, it's very hard to tell, but these do look a little worn down. I'm not an expert, but they're shiny, so I'm guessing that they're probably bad. Now, one thing you're going to need, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, is it comes with it in your tool bag with your brand new purchase. If not, you're going to have to order one of these things. It's a clutch puller. It's a clutch puller pin or something like that. It's basically just I'll show you here. Anyways, there's a hole right here on your clutch. You just thread this in here, and it'll make it to where you can loosen up and pull your belt off without taking anything apart. We're not going to take off. I mean, I imagine you could just take off this clutch, but I don't know. I don't like taking things apart unless I know what the fuck I'm doing. So we'll just tighten this up all the way down by hand, and it'll start to loosen up this belt. Yeah, it's already getting pretty loose. Now it's going to want to spin on you, so it's alright. I'm going to keep this belt around in case I solve the problem. You know, there's no point in buying an expensive belt if you don't need it. Alright, so I mean, it looks like I'm going to be able to take this off right now. Alright, it's pretty tight now. It's looking real loose. See if we can get it off the side here. Rotate it off. And it looks like we can. All right. Okay, here's the old belt. Let's see how it looks compared to the new belt and see if there's anything noticeable. I mean, it's obviously different, but I can't see too many differences here as far as thicknesses and stuff like that. There are some shiny spots on here, like a lot of them. Hard to catch up on the camera, but they're there if you see them. Fuck, come on, work. So I'm going to try to rotate this so you can kind of see. Hopefully that's the problem. I mean, that's kind of weak sauce if a fucking belt doesn't work over that. But I'm hoping that's the case because I don't want to chase this down to some other problem. So we're going to put this new one on, and hopefully it fixes our problem. Guys, we need some AC up in this house. So we're just going to put it on this. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know the proper terminology for this stuff. We'll put it on there, and then we're going to try to just wheel it on here and rotate it on. I'm sorry if my arm's in the way, but kind of have to do this. So yeah, it looks like it's easier to go in from the top, then just kind of rotate this until it pops on there. Bam, on, just like that. Now what we'll do is we'll back off this pin we got here in our tool bag kit, and that's going to definitely go back in our tool bag kit. We don't want to lose this. This is not something you just pick up in your toolbox. I don't know, it seems kind of loose, but it was the same size as the other one. I just looked at it. I mean, it's turning. There we go. Alright, got me scared there for a second. It was really loose, but once you turn this thing, I guess that clutch engages it. So, pretty happy about that. Now, putting it back together is going to be a bitch, so let's do it. We'll get it back in there the way it came out, which was a pain in the ass. So tilt it up like so. Oh, looky. What I got for you. Yeah, you don't need to take the fucking tire off. That's a waste of time. This is for losers. We do this shit the easy way. Alright, put it back on. 8 screws. Should be easy. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to tighten the rest of these up off camera. You guys don't need to see me tighten up some screws. If you can't tighten up some screws, then you definitely need to take it in somewhere else. Alright, so we got them on. Let's go ahead and put this air box back on, this air hose and everything. Make sure it goes on the right way. Let's start this thing up and see if it'll naturally clear itself. I was gonna do the battery thing, but I'll wait on that unless I have to. We're gonna drive around for a bit. I'm gonna keep it in low. Take you guys on a tour of my property, I guess. Feels good so far. Before it was kind of, you hit, I don't know how to explain it, but say you have your foot on the gas pedal, it would go slow and then all of a sudden would lurch forward like out of nowhere. Oh, went off. Fuck yeah. All right, let's turn on the AC, because can't live without AC. Okay, that fucker's blowing cold. Not quite yet, we'll see. Alright, still nothing. So I haven't mowed my property in a while, and I'm gonna go the whole summer without mowing, because fuck it. The only problem is I have guinea, and guinea fowl, you see this tall grass, they'll make a nest in here and lay their eggs. I'll never find them because it's, you know, it's tall. It's a lot. I got a lot of property. Like I said, I'm just killing. Alright, there it goes. AC just went on. It's ice cold. Oh man, I'm so happy that I fixed it. I'm just gonna take it easy on this thing. I'm not gonna go over 15 miles an hour. I don't wanna what's it called, mess this thing up. There we go, miles per hour. Here's my pond. There's my ducks. What's up, ducks? There's some more ducks over there. We got some geese out here too somewhere. Alright, we're gonna drive this back to the shop. Alright. It's in low, so I'm not used to driving in low, so I just took my foot off the gas and it kind of slowed down a lot faster than normal. But that's because I don't drive in low. Oh man. You know, there's no better feeling than fixing something right the first time without having to try a million fucking things. And we're back and get the front yard of the house. We're gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna finish this video out, call it good. My neighbor's an expert at this stuff, so I'm gonna have him look at this belt. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this belt looks like a brand new belt to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, that's the paint and stuff, so that's nothing. But it is shiny as fuck compared to the other one. Like, you can see the shiny marks. And when I was pulling that, yeah, you see it's shiny there. It's not like, I mean, I guess there's a glare on the whole thing, but there's some spots that are really shiny. I did smell burning at one point when I was pulling that thing out. That was a big mistake on my half. I should have just started with my truck. Truck pulled it out with ease, no problem. But yeah, anyway, so there's a belt. I'm going to hold on to it until my neighbor gets back. He's in Florida right now. I'm going to have him look at it and tell me if he thinks like, oh yeah, because he's got like 10 side by side, so he knows what's up with these things. He changes them out. Anyways, hey man, if you guys like watching this video, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And you know, there's the jack I had. I just bought a jack. I have a smaller jack, but I was like, I want to make a nice jack, so I got this at Harbor Freight. And I was gonna jack it up and take that wheel off, but I'm glad I didn't. Now, you don't have to. A lot of people make videos and they say, oh, take the wheel off, take this off, take that off, jack it up, put it on a lift. You can do all that stuff, but at that point you can just pay someone to do it too. I mean, it's really not that much money. A Polaris dealership will do it for probably 300 bucks, 400 bucks. So anyways, if you guys like these videos, like, subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Try to put more videos out. The problem is it's 100 degrees out and it's 99% humidity pretty much. It actually just started raining a little bit earlier. But anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.